In this presentation, we will focus on Danu, the mother goddess of Dasas in Rigveda. And in the next slide, also, next presentation also, we will look at more details about Danu. Most of Rigveda talks about Aryas, so I'm trying to focus more on Dasa side of the story so that we understand more of what Dasas were doing. Okay, in Rigveda, Danu is the goddess and mother of Danavas, a race of beings often depicted as antagonistic to gods. That's what Purana says. Same with Rigveda to some extent. We'll go through that more. Now, Danu is more associated with primeval waters in the later tradition or the documents that we have, Puranas and Brahmanas and such. But in Rigveda, she is also talked of as mother of water, goddess of water, but she is mainly portrayed as mother of Vrtra, whom Indra kills. And the name Danu means rain and water. That's what everybody says nowadays. But we'll see more aspects of Danu. I'm not saying they were wrong, that the current scholars are wrong, but there are some different aspects of Danu we will see in this presentation. Now let's look at the use of Danu to mean water in this rik by Vasishtha. Again, we won't look at the complete rik. We will only focus on the main aspects of the rik. So this rik talks about female warriors, Kshatriya. Most probably they are Panis or Dasas, because no Arya female warriors are discussed anywhere in Rigveda. And even when they talk about female warriors, they talk of them very derogatorily, very uncomplimentary fashion. So it's very difficult to imagine Arya women warriors anywhere. And they talk about these women warriors go to Ila, meaning heaven. That means after their death, somebody kills them. Most probably Aryas kill the Dasa women, Dasa warriors, warrior women. And they go to Ila. Ila is like one of the heavens. We'll go through more of that later, but for now, let's assume that is a heaven. And this word Ila can be derived from the dhatu from Panini, id, which means stuti or praise, praising someone. So those who praise to gods, they go to Ila. That's the meaning. And once they go to Ila, they bring down waters. Danu, they bring down waters from heaven to earth. That is the summary of this thing. One item we need to look at is Varuna is considered protector of West in a later documents, west of Saraswati river. So he is called Sindhupati. Sindhupati means god of waters, and Danu is called goddess of waters. There is some relationship here. We do not know clearly what the relationship between Varuna and Danu is. We might look at it in future depending on how my research goes. Now, according to this rik, here Indra, actually Aryans tried to find Sambara. Sambara was leader of Dasas. Actually, they don't say king of Dasas, they say leader of, the implication is always leader of Dasas. For 40 years, they couldn't find his fortress. Ultimately, they found his fortress. They destroy 99 fortresses. And in the 100th one, they find after 40 years and they kill Sambara. Again, Indra is not said to have killed Sambara. Indra hands over Sambara to somebody. We will look at that later. And here we talk about Indra who killed Ahi in a fight. And he put to sleep Danu's people. That means killed Danu's people. And he is Indra. And what is the meaning of this word Ahi? Ahi is another name for Vrtra. In Avestan language, he is called Azi. And there is a meaning of reptile or a snake in this word somewhere. But if we look at the derivation of this word ahi. He means grow or prosper, as per Panini's Dhaturupa. Ahi means who doesn't grow or prosper. So the meaning is you stay where you are, you don't grow. You keep circling around. We'll see this word Vrtra meaning you keep circling around. Vrtra means keep circling around. We'll see more of that in future presentations. There are many presentations talking about the word Vrtra. What is the meaning of Vruta, Vrtra, these kinds of words. So the feeling is you don't make progress if you are circling around in your position. So you are Ahi, you are Vrtra, you are a lot of things. And in later books, Ahi is used for snakes because they circle around and they strike their victim. Now, according to this Rik, is Vamadeva Gautama. Indra is called Vritrahan, and he also killed Danu. Here the word kill is not used. The word is atiraha, means made them cross. Again, we will see this word atiraha, atira, atiro. These words used to talk about dasas. We will see more of this, what is the meaning of this as we go around, go to future presentations. But for now, let's assume it's killing Danu for now. We'll elaborate more in later. And it's interesting to note that the Danu can also be derived from the dhatu da, which means to give. Dasa, we looked in previous presentations, it means who give. They believe in some sort of giving. Danu is also similar. And similarly, diti is a word that is used, that also means to give, some sort of giving. Aditi, in the same manner, means who doesn't give. But typically, Aditi is expanded as at plus it, which means there and here, which means everywhere. That means infinite expanse. Aditi is considered a mother of gods, as we will see in a future presentations. So there is another term used for Danu. The word is Dasa Patni. The word Patni we should not see as wife, we should see it as queen. Because Pati is protector. It comes from the root word Pa. So Patni is a protectress, which is queen in my this thing. You can consider her to be leader also. And she is the protectress of Ahi. Ahi meaning Vrtra. So she was protecting Ahi, and Indra goes and kills him and also kills Danu as a part of that. We will look at that in the next presentation, more details of it. And in the last Rik here, so Indra goes to Vrtra, he brings the clouds from Vrtra, and he made the paralyzed waters to flow, defeating the Queen of Dasa, Dasa Patni, meaning Danu. So let us look at, so Danu was goddess of waters, and she is also goddess of Dasas, and Dasyus Muswali. She is the mother of Vrtra. But Danu is very famous in many places in the world. Like when you go to Europe, you see many rivers called Don, Danube, Dnieper, Dniester. D becomes silent in many of these words. And they come from, and the scholars believe that this came from a Celtic word Danu or Don, who is the Celtic goddess of waters. There is a Danu river in Nepal, and in Philistia, the old Philistines, they had a tribe called Dan, and they moved to the city of Dan, where Philistines drove them out. So they became Danites. So we see Danu, the idea of Danu spread a lot. Whether from India it spread outwards or it came into India, we don't know. We will look at that later. But for now, Danu is very famous in the world and in Rigveda. Thank you for your time. Next presentation will talk about the family of Danu, and we'll see. It's very interesting. Thank you. Bye.